If you are taking the TSIA2, here are some quick tips that will help you in your exam. Number one, you must have a photo ID to get into the exam room. You can use your high school ID, you can use your state issued ID, or you could use the Skyward photo ID that you have in your Skyward. You cannot use the Skyward app. You have to log into your Skyward account through the browser on your phone, pull up your name with your picture. That's the only way you're allowed in the testing room. You have to have a photo ID. Once you're in the testing room, you must shut down your phone completely. No earbuds, no phones, no smartwatches. Everything goes in your bag. You leave your bag in the front of the room. If you have a lunch that you brought to school, you need to get that lunch out of your bag. You will not be allowed in your bag until we release testing. So you must get that lunch out of your bag beforehand, because when we break for lunch, you will not be allowed into your bag to get that lunch out. So you check in with your proctor, show your photo ID, you shut down your phone, you turn off your smartwatch, you put everything in the bag, you get your lunch out, you set your lunch next to it. Then you will go find your assigned computer, find your name at that computer, and start following the teacher's instructions. When you are taking the multiple choice section of the ELAR, make sure you are trying your best. Read for understanding. The way the TSI is set up is on the ELAR section, you have the multiple choice questions, and then you have the essay. There are 30 questions on the first part of the multiple choice. If you rock those 30 questions, that's all you get. Then you go straight into essay. If you don't rock those first 30 questions, then you get a second set of questions. If you rock those questions, then you've met college level standards on the multiple choice section. Then you'll go into the essay. If you don't do well enough on that second set of questions, then the system will not give you the essay. So if you don't do well enough and the system doesn't give you an essay, don't freak out. That's why, because you didn't do well enough on those second set of questions. If you do well enough on those second set of questions, you'll go into the essay. On the essay, the key to getting the 5, you have to have a 5 to be college level ready on the essay. The key to getting a 5 is to make sure you write a minimum of 450 words. The system will tell you to write between 300 and 600 words. It can be the best 300-word essay you have ever written in your entire life. You still won't get a 5. You have to write at least 450 words. At least 450 words on that essay. So make sure it's a well written, at least 450 word essay, and hopefully you'll be able to get that 5. On the math test, there are 2 sets of questions on the math test. You have the first 24 questions. If you rock those 24 questions, that's all you get. There will be no more than 24 questions. If you don't rock those first 24 questions, you'll go into a second set of questions. That's your second chance to meet college level readiness. So if you do well enough on those second set of questions, then you can still meet college level readiness. Just like when we were on the ELAR, you have the 2 sections. You rock the first section, you're done. If you don't rock the first section, you go into the second section. That is your second chance to be able to meet college level readiness standards. On the math test, you are not allowed to bring in a calculator. If the question on that test thinks you might need to use a calculator, there will be a calculator built into the test question. So you can use that built into the test question calculator. If the question thinks you need a graphing calculator, it'll be a graphing calculator that's built into it. So you want to make sure you're using the calculator that is built into that test. On the math section, if you do not use the calculator that's built into it, you will not meet college level standards. You have to try and use that calculator. Remember, you cannot bring your own calculator. You can't use your phone at all. And don't try to use the built-in computer calculator. You can only use the calculator that's built into the AccuPlacer exam. Take your time. The TSIA2 is an untimed test. Take your time, read for understanding. You will have all the time you need. When you are finished, your proctor will go over your results with you to help you understand if you met college level scores or not. If you don't meet college level scores, that's okay. You will be able to take the TSIA2 again. If you have any questions, please let us know. Take your time, read for understanding. If you want to make adjustments to your screen, there are some built-in accessibility wizard features that are built into the TSI. You can change your font size, your font style, your screen color, things like that. That's built into the TSIA2. If you are a student that has dyslexia, a lot of times we read better when font doesn't have little tags on the end, so you can change the font style, you can change the screen color. A lot of times we read better with the green screen for our dyslexic students, and that's an option in there. Everyone has access to a highlighter that's built into the exam. Use those accessibility wizard features that are in there to help you. Again, do your best on the TSIA2. Take your time, read for understanding. Remember on the essay, write at least 450 words. On the math test, make sure you use that built in calculator and use the scratch paper you're provided. Good luck, everyone.